right. We said we was gonna get our hips together and our back stretch so we can back that thing up because summer's coming. I have a couple exercises, making sure my notes are good for you. So why are we doing this exercise series? It's to strengthen your back. It's to strengthen the hip muscles and a great way to stretch. So we will be doing, 5 exercises today. So we'll be doing cat-cow, spine stretch forward, swan dive, single leg kick, and child's pose to close it out. So you got that? Are you ready to move? Cool, let's get to work. Okay, cat-cow stretch. All right, familia. So let me just check this out. Yes. Okay, familia, we are going to do our cat-cow stretch. Y'all should know this, but if not, I'm not gonna talk too much. So we'll come onto all fours. You wanna make sure that your wrist, elbow, shoulder, the hip and knee are in the same line. Face my hands. I like wide hands. So we're here. And then we start with our feet are gonna be flat. Tops of the feet are flat on the floor. So we're in this alignment. So our cat-cow stretch, we curve the spine in, flexion of the spine. Look between your knees right there. Tailbone is going towards the head. And then we reverse that half circle for extension. Head comes up. Collarbones twist towards each other like we're turning on a faucet, and the tailbone is up towards the ceiling as well. And then we reverse that, and then just tuck it in, pushing the floor away with the hands to get like an angry cat, and then come out. And we'll do one more set each way, and come out of it there, whoop. And bring your spine back to tabletop or neutral. I like to do lateral stretches, so I'm gonna just take my tail and my head to the left and stretch the side of my body and press my right hand, my opposite hand, away to find a little more stretch on my side body. And then I'll do the same thing other side, right side, tailbone goes towards the head, pushing into the left side to find more stretch. Let's do it one more time on each side. Tailbone, head, like the letter C, and other side, and bring it back to neutral. Last twist I like to do here, if you haven't done this, okay, we're gonna do it together right now. Take your hand to the center of your mat, and you can open your chest up, hand can reach up towards the ceiling. You can keep the hand here, or you can do a slight little cross here where you don't go too far back. You pick your adventure, and then come back to center. Reset the hands, left hand comes into the center. You pick which one you'd like to do. Press that hand into the floor, open the stretch, twisting the torso, and then come back to center. If you'd like, you can also go lower and do like a thread the needle. So I'll demonstrate that. Take the hand, left hand stays where it is, right hand goes through the left. Get that shoulder down, breathe into the stretch, release into the stretch, and then come back to the center. Other side, same motion, take the hand through, thread the needle, drop that shoulder down as much as possible. And bring it back to neutral. Okay, our next exercise, spine stretch forward. So go ahead, take a seat on your mat. Spine stretch forward. So I like a little bit of width on this one. Again, if you need to be elevated off the floor, use a pillow, a towel. A foam roller may be a little too hard, but something that can elevate you so you don't lock the legs out and your hamstrings are getting stressed out. All right, so I'm gonna have my feet, toes coming towards me, flex ankles, and I'm gonna take my hands in front of me. Find my tall spine. I have softness in my knees, they're not locked out. I want the head to tuck in to the chest, and then you're gonna reach your fingertips towards the edge of the mat. And just take your time getting there, and as you're finding that, maybe your hands only go to your thighs. If you're like, okay, I'm stretching, but it doesn't go there, or I might want to use some yoga blocks, or have my hands on my shins, it feels supported there, or have my hands in the center. You have options, but mostly I want you to just keep stretching forward. And I was told by a dear loved friend that there was some trouble bending down to tie the shoes. So I have a lot of thoughts about that, but definitely trying to find your stretch while you're seated when you don't need that function of an activity of daily life is a good time to practice that. And then come back up all the way, bring the hands back up to the center. Now what I'm going to add in here, because I just thought about it right now, is sometimes we just are tight in the hips in our hip flexors. So after this next exercise, we'll do the spine stretch forward again, but I'll add a little frog stretch in there for you. So again, find your spine, tall spine here. Now spine stretch forward, when we do it Pilates-fied way, we tuck under here and then we reach through. So that may be available to you. So if you want to do it more traditional, please do so. If you're like, Michelle, what the heck? Then come a little closer with your hands and go to the center at a diagonal. And while you're sitting there in the exercise, I want to talk about feeling this lift and scoop to come over your hips. Otherwise, you're hinging here if you're that flexible, and it might not work out. So when you think about lifting and finding space in that spine, and we're going to hold it there, and now squeeze the booty, back of the legs are turning on to bring yourself back up to a seated position. All right, next exercise is going to be our Swan Dive. So we're going to modify this a little bit. All right, so let's get onto our bellies. All right, we are going to do a modified Swan Dive. Tops of the feet are flat on the floor. Take both your hands, lay one on top of the other, and your head goes with it. Now while you're sitting here, your forehead's on your hand, your head and your hands are one piece. They move together. And I want you to think about feeling long, like someone's pulling you from your shoulders and your head to find some opening, some space in the back. Okay? You're feeling that space. Now you can use all your muscles in the back and squeeze those glutes to lift you up. So head and hands come up together. Press. And lower. Inhale, exhale, and then lift up. Head reaches in one direction, feet are reaching away in the other direction, and bring it down. We'll do it one more time. Lift it up. Good. All right. Now bring yourself to your forearms. All right, y'all? So I feel like, okay, Michelle, I'm feeling that, but my hips are still tight. If it's available to you, if you have a cushion, a foam roller, pillow, towel rolled up, let's go into a frog position here, frog stretch or straddle stretch. So if the knees are okay with coming out away from your mat, heels come towards each other. You can stay low here or press up. So the inference here, what we're trying to do here is find an opening in those hips. Now, one thing that you may feel like this is already tight, Michelle. Breathe, stretch, release your glutes. If you're feeling tight in the glutes, release them. Just let them hang. Let it hang out. Let your belly hang. Just let it be comfortable, because sometimes that tension that we're holding, trying to have the perfect belly or suck it in or suck on our butts, we're messing up our pelvic, all that area of the hip muscle. So let's keep it nice and loose. If you want to feel more connections, really get those heels, press those together, and you'll find a little bit more stretch. It's almost like the bones are like, hello, because my legs don't normally do this. Now, if you're more advanced and you want to for extra credit, you can push up here, and you're really gonna feel that stretch. That's why I said if you have a pillow or something that you can put here, that can help you. But you can also lower the feet, or maybe come down a little bit lower and just feel that stretch. All right, a little rocking. Maybe press one hip up to the ceiling, the other one toward the floor to find a stretch in that groin. Other side. Do it again, other side. All right, and then bring those legs back straight. Our next exercise is gonna be a single leg kick. So I want you to have your hands, one is gonna be socking somebody, I'm just kidding. One is gonna have a fist and the forearms will be on. I want you to find your tallest, proudest. You have this beautiful necklace, this chain on, and you want to show somebody, like, look at me, I know you see it. All right, so we press those elbows into the floor, and then we have a little more length in our back. Pull your belly button away from the floor if that's feeling okay. If not, let it hang out. Our single leg kicks will be as such. We're going to lift. This is my left leg. I'm lifting it and feeling like somebody's pulling it away from me, right? So I'm going to lift it and I'm going to kick my seat 2 times. Kick, kick. I got a little cramp, and then stretch it. So when I stretch it, look at that stretch. Make it drama, right? All right, so we kick, kick, stretch. I'm still lifting from the top of my head like someone's pulling taffy, and I'm stretching. Kick, kick, stretch. Kick, kick, stretch. Good. Kick, kick, stretch. And then kick, kick, stretch. Yay! Let it loose. Last part of the exercise. I'm gonna tuck my toes under and just like get a little toe stretch there. Oh, so good. Oh. Whew. What shoes did I have on yesterday? So go ahead and let that relax out. And then press yourself back into child's pose. Push back. Hips go towards the heels. Legs are as wide, as narrow as you want them. Lower that chest to the mat. Rest that head. Woo, and you're good to go. Now, as we check out, I just want to remind y'all to give your feet some love, right? It's okay to give yourself a massage. So if you're like, ooh, maybe I got a cramp in my foot or something, you know, get you some lotion and rub your feet. It's okay. And if you can find somebody else to rub your feet, even better. But, you know, give your feet some love. Let those toes spread out. You know, the shoes that we're wearing are really, you know, can affect the kinetic chain from the feet all the way up to the head. So giving my feet some love today. I think that's all I got. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. Yeah, that's it. So give your feet some love. Give yourself a love. Give your feet some, I don't know. Y'all, thank you for getting to work with me. Yo, Pilates home girl. I had a great time. It's not a full session, but I wanted to give you a little something on this day. Have a wonderful whatever time of day it is. And y'all, I will see you for the next time we get to work. Yeah!